Hello and a very good festive morning to you. I hope you're well out there. Look, I'm in my little grotto. Hope you're well and enjoyed it all. Woo! Yes, we're getting closer to Christmas. Yeah, we're trying to get more and more festive on the show. Despite things being a little crazy out there, we're mad and happy in here. So how's that sound? Sound good to you? Well, hope it does. A very, very good morning to you wherever you are, and hope you are well. We're just waiting for Guiomar. She's just having a few technical issues out over there, but you know how it is. You know how it is. So we will just send out a link to her, which we've just done. Yeah, so she'll be coming along on the show very, very shortly. And yes, so are you in that festive spirit? Is your tree up? Look, I've got my little fire here. It gets cold this time of year. Anyway, so there we go. Well, crazy life, isn't it? We've got people coming on this morning, and we've got Sarah Kay saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Sarah Kay, and I hope you're well. And as does Susanna, and as does Deborah, who's saying hola, the producer from Spain. Yes. So there we go. So today we're going to be talking about the astrology of the festive period and how good things are going to be. Have you got a frosty Venus? Does your Uranus need warming up? Do you need to? Anyway, we're getting carried away here. Anyway. And we've got Susie Westcott, who's already on mince pies and brandy. She's saying, hi, everyone. That's it. She's getting tiddly. She's getting tiddly. That's good. And yes, we got Countess saying, morning. Love the Santa theme, Phil. Hope everything's well. Yes, very good. Okay. My boy just started belly laughing when he saw you. What do you mean belly laughing? What's this like now? Dear, oh dear. Anyway, yes. God, it's getting cold. Yes, I mean, I've got to show you my other scene halfway through the show as I go out and about. And because it's definitely a frosty scene, because it's freezing down here today. You won't believe in the other areas of the world. You think up there in the higher realms of Norway and Finland and northern Russia and Canada and places like this that you're cold. No, it's really cold down here. You'll see by the frosty scene coming up soon, as you other people down here in Spain will know just how cold it is. So we want sympathy, empathy, all that stuff there. Good. Well, in the meantime, I think what we better go and do is do a bit of intro music and then welcome you guys along. Good. Okay, so let's... Okay. Right, just see what Guillermo's just sent me. Just sent me a message, and internet's connecting. Oh, good. Isn't it funny with the old internet nowadays? It's, I know, but there we go. Anyway, right, so a little bit of Christmas jingle. Here we go. Yeah, we're still dancing here. It's the older Santa. He is the grander Santa. He's got to get a bit more bebop-baloola, bebopper Santa. Bebopper Santa. He's got to get a bit more like that. Yes, so there we go. God, his beard. Just scratch my beard. Yes. Oh, it gets itchy. It really does. Anyway, so yeah, there we go. Anyway, it's a Julie show today. Joined by the fabulous Guiomar. We'll be talking all the festive stuff and see if she's... yes, she's. I hope she's discussing elfin safety this morning. I better bring her on now, really. Okay. Well, I'll go and find out where she is. Go and find out where she is first of all. So I'll go and send off. The elves. I think to the front door in a second. As soon as she's there. Oh, there she is. I'm going to just send the elves off there to go and. Yeah, to go and answer the door. They are fast runners. If only the reindeer would keep up. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, right, let's go and let's go. So, big festive morning. Welcome to the fabulous Guiomar. Yay! How you
Good
doing?
morning. How are you?
Very festive, exceedingly festive. In my little grotto, here I am.
I like your
Getting ready.
chimney.
And my chimney, chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chimney. Anyway, somebody else say good morning, lovely, and Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh, Susie says hola, hola. Oh no, sorry, that's Deborah saying hola to Susie. Yeah. So, are you in a festive mood out there, young Guiomar? I'll say young.
Well,
I've got a white beard.
yeah,
Oh,
not as festive as you, all dressed up in Santa Claus clothing.
I
We're gonna
know.
talk about Santa Claus a little bit, I think. We're gonna talk
What
about Santa Claus,
one of my
but
Christmas.
I'm going along with it. You can't really notice it, but I'm sort of dressed up as Rudolph. You know why? Because I got this spot on the tip of my nose, which makes it a little bit red.
Oh.
You can't really see it, but so I feel like I'm dressed up as Rudolph,
We're
the
just going
red-nosed
to
reindeer.
zoom in camera two. So go and look at this zit, the Christmas zit. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Oh dear, dear, dear. Well, well, I'll send Rudolph along to give it a little. But actually, no, one of the elves to go ping. It's too much information first thing in the morning. Oh dear, dear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yes.
mean,
Anyway,
we all know you by this time you know that in comes the light, out comes the shit. So whenever something comes out, it's perfect.
yes. Actually, just to reframe this, just to reframe this. I know we. Coming to festive times, but maybe it's not a zit, it's a beauty spot.
Yeah, right.
We're trying. We're trying. There's your Christmas gift, a beauty spot.
You know what I want to talk about today, Phil?
Beauty spot.
No, Santa Claus is dead.
Don't say that. That's it.
This is
I've
my
just
Scorpio
removed
rising.
you. I've just removed you. How dare you say that? No, 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 no. There are people out there like me who I try hard every year to convince of my existence. And Santa is not dead. How dare you? Dear, we're very friended here. Yes, in fact, hang on a minute. I could just hear. I could just hear what's going on in the background. Oh yes, this is. Hang on, I'm just going to find it. Yeah, in fact, I've just heard. Yes, I know. Quieten down, elves. Quieten down. They're going mad here. They don't like this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I know. This is what came up. I know. Yes, yes. Yes, I'm trying. Look, don't you worry. I'll have words with her. I will. I will. I do. Yes, yes. All right. All right. All right. Go, go, Ryder. Sorry about that.
They're gonna become redundant. I know. I know you feel bad for them, but like this is Amazon takeover. Like you've got nothing to do. There's no way you can compete against Amazon.
Excuse me. Do you know I invented Amazon?
You inspired Amazon. You didn't invent it. It's not the
See,
same
I
thing.
invented them. If you really look into the dark realms of history, in the archives of history, I was always talking about Amazon years and
Look,
years and
no, Coca-Cola invented you, and you
well,
were
there needs a
green
bit of fizz in
before
life,
you
doesn't
were
they?
red,
So here I am.
and you were green before you were red.
Do what? Sorry.
You were green before you were red.
I know. I've aged with beauty. Yes, I'm going to get some of that anti-wrinkle cream later on, and just see if I can change my hair dye back to being green again and dark-haired and damn good looking.
So you want to know why I kill you off?
Why? Why do you want to kill me off for?
Because you're redundant. There's no point in you anymore.
Oh dear, I feel heartbroken now. Oh,
I'm sorry, but there's nothing
bye.
heartwarming about an old man with a beer belly and rosy cheeks, which means like he's an alcoholic, that comes into your house in the middle of the night, gets your children, sits them on your lap, and it's all about being that's weird. That's kind of weird. But anyway, it's all about being good. Like this guy that you don't know at all does that. Anyway, and if the child is good, they get a present. If they're not good, they're supposed to not get a present, but they're going to get it anyway. So it really doesn't make much sense. And
There is total sense in this because you never know. See, out here, we've been working hard all year, and now all of a sudden, gets this flack from a young astrologer like you. And anyway, get on with the show. Let's have a look at the show
so
here. So this
Saturn,
is just to
Jupiter,
get in
and
festive mood.
Pluto Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto going through Capricorn have been dismantling anything that is patriarchal.
They
And
have.
Santa Claus is a symbolism of consumerism, really,
It
because it's
is.
all about buying and buying and buying lots of presents. Sorry, children, if you're hearing this, but mom and Santa doesn't make those presents for free. It's mom and daddy that pay Santa to make the presents. They invest all year round to have those presents brought to you. So that's a lot of money there. And
But hang on. I agree. I agree on the consumer spending. I could agree this. But I'm a hearty man. I've reformed in my time, and now I'm a gentleman who brings out love, happiness, guests who are going down in numbers now.
Deaths are going down in numbers, and many people think that is a good thing because, I mean, I don't know about the British public, but in Spain, for example, it's typical on the 24th and 25th for families, like extended families, to get together, and normally like
Beautiful.
you go mother-in-law and my mother and stuff like that, no?
Yeah, the
But
in-laws
what
and the
happens is
outlaws.
normally you get tables of like 20 people or so, and they're all crunched up together, and they're having dinner with people like they really don't like and they don't get along with, and they're just, it's not a pleasant time of year for most people. And I don't know
Yes.
about in England, but here in Spain, people eat like crazy.
Mm.
And they stuff themselves and they eat so much that is unhealthy, and they drink so much that is unhealthy, that it's really a strange, if you think about it, like imagine you're an earth, like you're from outer space, you come from another planet, and you just happen to land here, and you go, what are these people doing? It's like this time of year, it started off being something religious and pious, and to connect with the heart or whatever, and then suddenly it became into this huge consumer orgy. What's this about?
Oh, I
So
agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. But if you've got the in-laws and the outlaws all in battles here, then I can come along and distract their attention. In which case, that's it.
well,
They
you
know.
distract children's attention, and they have to be quiet. But it's too weird. It's too weird. And then countries, for example, in Spain, it was never about Santa Claus. It was about the three kings. So now, like,
Yes.
kings are secondary and Santa Claus is primary. So it really doesn't make any sense. It's just a way to keep children quiet while you're, for 2 3 weeks, they're out of school.
And this whole period, this whole periodic time, the time as I'm dressed up as Santa was, although we're saying it's invented by Coca-Cola, it's also when you go back in history, it goes all the way back to the Romans. The Romans and those times, and the Saturnalia period of celebration. And yes, okay, Susanna says people are missing a true meaning of Christmas. So if I could dress up, be festive, and exude the true meaning of Christmas of heartiness, loveliness, companionship, fine wine dining without going to extreme, and loving everybody without having to buy them gifts, to buy them love, then that's what I'm all about. How's
Exactly.
that?
I think it's much better to connect with those values and those emotions,
Mm,
and to really be mindful. Sit quietly with your loved ones, and just be mindful of what you have and feel
yes.
gratitude. And don't consume huge amounts of anything, food, gifts, or whatever. Why do we have to give gifts on that day? Why can't we just, like, there's the invisible friend. I think
Hmm.
that's nice, but be done with a very, like, something very small and very random. But I would add to the invisible friend thing that it would be something that you make yourself to give to somebody else.
Yes, I agree with you. And also, why would you want to give a gift once a year when you can give gifts all years, whether it's be something from your heart, something that you
Exactly.
want to give someone, is a bit like Valentine's, isn't it? Is why would
Yeah,
you wait? Why would it all be a day, just an outpour of love, just signified on one day when you do it all every day? Every day.
exactly.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, so out there, let's go and have a little look at what the old astrology is saying. Just get my Santa
Well,
card.
the astrology is very interesting because
Mm,
we've just had Saturn and Jupiter go into Aquarius and conjunct.
Yeah.
So I think many of us have seen what it looks like, what Saturn and Jupiter, how they've been coming together,
Yeah.
and they've gone together. They've gone conjunct. That's conjunct is together, and now they're separating again, right?
Yes.
So now they're slowly separating again. So again, we can see the two planets little by little separating, and
Oh,
it's really
just
cool
all the
because
way
if
up
you
onto the
really
screen.
look at it, if you look hard enough and you concentrate enough, if you concentrate, I like this. Wait a minute.
It's just down there, that bit just
It's
there,
so weird.
with the stick with the line across and the little loop, and looking like a number 2 with a stick at the end of it. That's
There.
it. Saturn and Jupiter, 0 degrees, and what looks like the little waves. Waves. That's Aquarius. So 0
That's
degrees
Aquarius.
40 minutes, 0 degrees 51 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're separating slowly, but once they've already entered Aquarius, it's supposed to be like the one of the indicators of the beginning of the age of Aquarius. But the age of Aquarius doesn't start at a given date. It's a progression of moments, of energies, of transits. It's like a series of trains that go by, and you can
Yep.
jump onto one and then maybe onto the other, and you can start your trip. Like maybe you've started your trip 3 decades ago, and most people haven't done that trip until now, but now there's a whole bunch, like they've added a lot of wagons to the train, so more people are hopping in, but not everybody. So there still will be more wagons to hop in. But the thing is, the sooner you hop into that train and the sooner you start functioning with the new Aquarian values, the
Yes.
easier the ride will be, because the latter trains is like the last wagons. It's like the hard seats, and maybe you have to go on top of the roof like in India
Oh
and
God,
stuff.
yeah.
So you want to be on the front wagons. You want to be conscious enough to go on the front wagons, and the difference will be that, like, the way we relate to each other, the way we've been connecting to others is going to change a lot. So to really make it very, very, very simple, it's all about playing. So it's either you play and have fun with somebody, or just don't even bother. It's not worth it, because also, like, this first half of next year, what I see is that if you're stuck in old patterns of doing things and old patterns of relating to others, it's going to be really, like, it's going to be night and day. Like, you can have, if you're not stuck, a lot of fun and find really cool people and connect with the magic of life. But if not, it's like going to be so obvious that this is not the right way to go. So I think there's going to be this huge contrast. So if you find yourself that you're really getting stuck very quickly and very obviously in something, it's like drop it, drop it. Don't insist. Don't go that way. Don't try to even be right.
Yep.
Just change, have air. Make space between you and that person for a little while to detach from that way of relating.
Now, isn't that interesting? I totally agree with you. It's how we're going to see and really pick up and recognize how we've got to move on and how we've got to change into this new Aquarian energy. And to be honest, it's quite a lively energy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
very, it's
different.
lively, it's speedy, it's volatile. So for some people, this can be give a feeling of insecurity. But this is why 2020 has wreaked havoc. So the
Yep.
reason for 2020 to have wreaked the havoc and, like, destroyed our bases is so you can build a base that is more solid in you,
Yes.
which doesn't depend on others.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation yesterday with a friend, and I think that really, really depicted the energies of the moment, in the sense of, okay, she was going through like a crisis of self-value, self-identity, of, like, she just did it's a mutual friend, a big change in her life with her
Yes.
partner.
Yes.
And so she was in this crisis, and what happened was that I immediately understood. She didn't tell me, but I immediately understood that she had stopped feeding properly. And I asked, are you eating? And she goes, no, I can't. I can't push things down my stomach. And then immediately the image that came is like, okay, this is interesting, because it's like I can see how when you were a baby, your mom tried to feed you, but since you were so sensitive, you got all the toxicity, the toxic energetic emotions from the people around you, and that made you close up in front of them. So what happened is that probably mom had to try to force feed you, or probably didn't have any milk and ended up buying processed milk.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Chemistry.
I agree. I
Chemistry.
agree. I
So
agree.
because of that, you now look for natural things, for natural processes, because you got chemistry instead of a soft mom. And that means that she doesn't have a proper base built inside herself, right? So, which means that because she doesn't have a register, her body hasn't registered mommy as somebody comforting, then she will always have that lack, as she does now that she's a full grown adult. So what happens is, as soon as she goes into a crisis situation, because she's living an identity shift in all senses, those wounds are going to come up. Those needs are going to come up. So what's going to happen? Her body's going to react the same way that her body as a baby did,
Hmm.
closing up and
Yes.
not feeding herself. And I go, no, the first thing you have to do is feed yourself, so your body realizes that you're there for your body, that you're there for you. And that's going to give you the sense of solidity, the sense of being grounded, and the sense of being capable of doing whatever it is you want to do.
And
But if you
sometimes,
don't have
yes,
that base,
yes. It's not just food, though, is it? It could be emotional nourishment. It could be whatever it is. Feed yourself with positivity. Hey, body, you're doing great. You're great. You're. Um, it's interesting when you look like that. I think when you
yeah,
engage like that, because I think then we open up to, we start connecting with ourselves, going, "Oh God, yes, it's there's a whole me. It's not just seeing yourself in." And
yeah. It's
yeah,
not only food, Phil, but it starts with water and food.
yeah,
So water and food are the base. If water and food aren't met, then it doesn't matter how much you try to give yourself emotional security, you won't get it. You will still demand it from others, and you won't get it.
yeah.
So it's water and food, and then talking to yourself, a warm dialogue with yourself, and then also taking, like, comforting yourself, making a comfortable space for yourself, being warm, being cozy. Okay, those are the steps.
And I think, yes, and then relationships with people and nurturing the people that reflect the positivity in you. Yes. It's interesting the amount of people this year I think I've seen who have changed their changed a lot of friendships that they realised weren't serving them the purpose for themselves at all. Not that people serving them because there was a hierarchy going on. No, they weren't serving them because they suddenly realised, why am I doing this? Because these people are on the same value level as me. And so people are changing. I've seen a lot of people now changing the types of friendships, relationships, companionships, all this to people that are now feeling, which is great when people start talking about this, they start feeling in and out of their heart rather than getting thinking too much in their
Yeah,
head. And that's a big, big thing that people are changing through now. And I think if we start doing that and recognizing humanity, humanitarianism, and looking after supporting each other and working with each other, great, in a heartfelt manner rather than a judgment manner, or it's got to be hierarchy, or I've got more money than you, or I've got a better car than you, or my house is bigger than yours. No, it's
exactly.
about people.
Yes, yes, but heartfelt is the key, and you can't feel your heart if you're not in you.
That's
And you
right.
can't be
Yes.
in you if you haven't taken care of those aspects of you that your mom was not able to.
Yes.
Which I
Lucy, you
said,
just come through there. Do you have
water,
sorry? Yep. Lucy, yes. The answer is yes.
yes,
Your
yes.
date of
No,
birth.
but I'm saying it's water, it's food. So first you take care of your own basic needs in all levels, at all levels. And then afterwards you connect with others. But if you try and connect with others before taking care of your basic needs, you're going to do it in a demanding, you're going to be demanding, and you're going to find the same frustration as always. And it's going to be very obvious.
Yeah,
It's
I
more and
think so.
more obvious this time.
I think so too. Yes, I agree, and I think if we can connect with ourselves and love ourselves who we are and work through without judging ourselves and say, hey, no matter what you've been through, you're a great buddy and love you loads, and working through that heart space, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Ah, dear. Right. Okay. Oh, we've got questions coming up here. We'll come on to those in just a minute. And okay, so how are you guys out there? How are you finding the festive period? I mean, although a lot of us gone
Do
into
you
the
agree that Santa is not going to be around for much longer?
well, I'm just carrying on probably the last year. Last year, actually, you're probably right. Probably right. I think Santa or the Christmas period. I mean, over the past, I would say 10, 15 years already we've changed from Christmas and we've now gone down to festive season, and we'll probably go down to season's wishes or whatever it is, but then you're going to do the same as season's wishes then in spring, season's wishes in summer, and season's wishes in autumn, because they're all seasons. Yes,
Exactly.
everything becomes a good wish, so the whole year
Yeah,
becomes a wish.
I like it with that people are nice to each other, but why can't you be nice to everybody all year round? Why do you have to wait for Christmas?
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
Why does
Like,
Christmas have to value this? Like, why you put so much emphasis in valuing these nice feelings when they should be the norm?
yes, yes. I agree. I agree. And if you share all those values there, then we're on the right path, right pathway. Okay, right. Now, just we're going to start off some readings. Now, guys, what we've been doing as well over the past 3 shows, we've been collating videos of all the special guests, the wonderful Tuesday and Wednesday special guests that have been on the show. And as Deborah says here, just be kind. Just be kind. That's it. That's all we need to do. That's great. And yes, Lucy Singh says, Cafe Clairvoyance, I hope you are all okay. Thank you. Yes, we are very, very well. Thank you. Getting the festive spirits of goodwill. How's that? Good. And right. Okay. Yeah. So we've been collating videos of all the stars that have been on the show, and I call them stars because they're absolutely fantastic people who've given up their time, just like you, Guiomar, and give up the time to come on the show and do the stuff at Clever Clairvoyance. As much as we're helping them, is also them helping us for the shows there. So it's always a two-way thing. But we just want to say a big thank you. So to you guys out there, this is another video now, and just say thank you to you guys for being great people of the show. It's been a special guest, and this is just for you. So we put a little bit of music to it, and which is done by Sammy Hammy, and this is it. This is another one here.
My name's Irene. I run an online coaching business, Life Codes Coaching. I'm so happy to be connecting with you all. Many blessings. Merry Christmas.
Name is Mila Z, as Phil Griggs likes calling me. I am the social media strategist of Cafe Networking. Have a great Christmas and see you soon.
Hi everybody, this is Helen from Spread Some Sunshine. I want to wish you all a happy, healthy and peaceful 2021. And I thank you for all your love and support in 2020. You are changing lives. I thank you for that.
Hi everyone, I'm Katie Knight and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, this is Mike from
Hi, I'm Sammy Hammy, the music producer for Cafe Clairvoyance, wishing everybody a magical Christmas time and a Happy New Year.
So big thanks to you all guys. Thank you so much. And Katie Knight, as you saw there, was the one lady there in the grey standing by the tree. She was the very first guest we had on the show. First guest that goes back to February earlier on this year. She's a radio presenter in Ibiza, and we're having little conversations about possibly doing something in Ibiza next year. That's if we could do this. That'll be absolutely fantastic. So, but in the meantime, let's get out those frosty-looking stars up there in the galaxy and have a look at what the stars are saying for it was coming through this morning. And right, okay, so we got 2 in so far. Let's go for Right. Deborah says 10/1/1961. 10/1/1961. She also says here that she would like a colour orange and a general reading. Now, especially when we're looking at this particular time, I'm just going to 1961. What I should do is, by the way, guys, just remember I've got the basket here of all the people who've written in, and I've got all your little notes here, which are all folded up, so I don't know whose is who. Of all the people written in have entered the competition for free reading. So that's in here. We're pulling that out during the show. Right. And right. So as we're looking here at Deborah, she wants the colour orange. She wants a general reading. And if I'm looking at the cards on this for a general reading and also looking at numbers, one of the first things I would say here, especially with the amount of ones in the numerology, is about self-identity, the purpose, where you wish to go, especially through next year. And it's a 5-year next year, so this is an energy which is like everything's open, everything's on the table. Go for basically, I think, what you want, because the 5 energy is like it's a bit like my dog. What a great analogy, because when my dog's on the lead, he goes wherever he wants to go. If I take him off a lead, rather. So like I say, come on, we're going this way. No, he goes that way. Come on, we're going home now. No, he's not ready yet. So it's a bit like this. You've got this energy of being able to go and do what you want to go and do. Whatever it is. Don't think you've got to be, the old Capricorn bit is being held to the lead. The lead here being controlled. But the lead is going to be off. So this means here, freedom. So the analogy of walking a dog on a lead, Capricorn, coming to Aquarian era, undoing the lead and being free to go and explore what you want. That's your Aquarian side here. The amount of ones here is 1, 2, 3, 4 ones in the numerology already would say here, this is about doing something for you. Go on in, far away. What would you like to say?
Yeah. Okay, so Capricorn, this the year has been a year for in 2020 to really reinvent yourself, to really become a different person, and speak out and say what you want and say what you need. You have a Libra moon and Lilith in Cancer, and that talks about and Lilith is aspected to Mercury and to that moon. So that speaks about your sensitivity. So you're very sensitive, but it's very easy for you to get lost in what other people think and want and say. And it's really about owning your own thoughts. So that you've got your sun is right in between. It's sandwiched in between Saturn and Jupiter, and that's kind of, I like that. It's like a nice equilibrium. Mercury is there on the side, but I think there's a potential there to really own yourself, to connect with yourself through the loneliness, through the moments that you feel lonely, that you can really own your self-identity. Then your North Node is in Virgo. So it's a lot about being in movement. It's not about just waiting for things to happen. So in your life, like Phil was saying, it's very important for you to initiate movement, to create what you want, the relationships that you want, the connections that you want with others, and speak your word and speak your thoughts, without worrying about feeling rejected or anything. Just say what you want. Then your Mercury and your sensitivity, your mind and your sensitivity can be more in balance, because if not, you can get really lost in people.
Fascinating. And if we're looking just general reading what's coming up here, I would look at the cards and I would say go for the middle ones here. Let's have a little look. This is a very interesting time, because I think we're on that, you're climbing up the hill. And would you look at it this way, some respects here, that you can also almost see with some, not everybody's going to see this, but I think a lot of people are going to see it like they climb up the top of the hill and look down the valley of what's coming ahead. Oh, travel is going to be big. And also going back here, I think as well. I think this is going back to something you may have done in the past, which is going to reinvent itself in a different way. but you're letting go of old emotions and letting go of the old you. Fantastic, fantastic. And this year is an interesting year, being a 5 year with all the energies there. Wow, that's just going to go bonkers. And yes, I think the energy there is super strong. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's go on down the line here. Let's go and have a speak to a lovely lady called Lucy Hinks. And Lucy, a very merry.
I think I'm going to. Sorry, Phil. I'm going to add something for Deborah. It's that you were saying about letting go. It's a lot about letting go of the habitual acquaintances. You know, the people that do not allow you to grow. Like I was saying at the beginning of the show, that's going to become so obvious. You know, so like really be aware, be conscious, be mindful of the difference between when you're relating to people who really make you feel good or when you're relating with others that bring your energy down. And these acquaintances have to, just move away from them. It's nothing personal. It's just they don't serve your growth.
Absolutely. Now, isn't that a lesson for a lot of people, though?
Yeah.
I know we're speaking individually, specifically to Deborah, but isn't that a message, I think, to a lot of people that they really need to let go of people that don't serve, which hold them down, which is the old Chinese proverb, isn't it? When you help someone across a river and they're trying to pull you down, when is it that you learn to let them go?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
about them.
Yes. There we go. All right. Okay. Let's go and have a little chat to a very nice young lady called Lucy Hinks. And she is 13th the 10th, 1984. Can I have a love reading? Love is in the air. Every sight and every sound. I want to try and get this thing to flick over. Hair flick. Do you remember that? Hair flick through... I forget what it is. Let's get what the show's called now. Hello, hair flick. Yes, brilliant. Anyway, okay, so Lucy, very nice to read you. Now, just looking at numbers here, 1, 2, 3. You got three ones, which is indicating here a need of individuality. You've got a karmic 0 in there, which says, what is it you want to go and fix in your life? What is it you want to go and do for yourself? You've also got a 3, which is, yes, it's energetic. You've got an 8. The 9 here is about, okay, although we look at 1984, we've got a 9 here, which even for you is about knowing when to let go. The 8 is about harnessing your power. And the 4 is about, where's your foundation, young lady? Where's the bit where you find yourself being, have your own strength for yourself? Now, it's interesting here because you're a life path 9, but you're a 279. 279. The 2 part here is about the relationships you form with other people and how with your 7, yes, they certainly do. They need to be very healing to you. Need to be very healing because the 7 is a sensitive 7, but it's you need to bear relationships that understand you, relate to you, heal with you, and those energies just work beautifully if you find someone like this. So it's also wouldn't surprise me that you're finding people who are very karmic. Now, interesting with karmic people come back into your life here because sometimes you think because they're karmic people come back to your life, oh great, I'm gonna meet great people, we can just get it going so well and it's all gonna be lovely. No. Sometimes those people are there to teach you lessons, whether it's this life or coming back from a past life, because sometimes they could be troublemakers, they could be upsetters, but they're there for you to, I've got to change me, I've got to get stronger in me. Now, if I look at your personal year come up in front of you regarding love, well, you're in a personal year 10. Now, that's interesting. That's very interesting because it's the one part of the 10 which I'm interested in. So any relationship you're going into, it has to be someone who fits your value. Has to. It can't go any other way, or else you are always giving to someone else because you've got this strong 7 there, and it has to be. We look at each other and we don't have to have a conversation. We know what we're thinking and saying.
So
yes, there's a what that means 1,000 words.
Lucy is a Sun Mercury in Libra, right? So it's all about the other.
It's all about the other.
So
and it's a cardinal. It's a cardinal sign as well, isn't it?
Yes, and there's a moon in Taurus with a north node in Taurus, which means south node is in Scorpio.
Okay.
So your advice is a good advice, but it's not going to be easy for Lucy to put it into practice. And then there's a Lilith in Aries, which talks about the need to feel free. So on the one hand, you're very dependent on others. On the other hand, you need to be with another as a Libra Mercury, Sun Mercury in Libra. But then you want to be free, and then you've got a car in Uranus like Deborah had, which needs to individuate. So it's like this tug of war between my habit of being codependent, my need to be with another, and my want to be absolutely free. So this creates an interesting, you were talking about karmic karma, basically. So, and there's a Saturn almost conjunction with Venus. They're almost together, but they're both in Scorpio, which is it's a bit like there's a need to can create a need to control the other person, a difficulty to really give into a relationship. So all these defenses, Saturnian defenses in the area of deep connection with another has to break down, right? To be able to have this relationship that you're talking about. So this is the question. So like, it's like, what makes a relationship a spiritual one? That's what you were talking about, this relationship where you look at another person and you have this connection with another person. To be able to do that, to practice that, what do you think you need? Okay, so this is the key. So what Lucy's probably going to find out is relationships in which things don't come up as you want, right? So what makes a relationship spiritual is the commitment you have to make that relationship spiritual and to make you spiritual, which is basically every single relationship that comes into your life is for you to be more you. So if you use any situation that causes you pain to see you and to create a more solid ground for you, and to be able to, for you to be more in you and centered in you in such a way that you don't get thrown off by people who come and go into your life, then every single relationship that you've had is a spiritual relationship, which builds up to be able to materialize a true spiritual relationship in your life.
That is so interesting. I love talking about stuff when it gets really into the karmic relationships and what they really are. And they're not necessarily, they are there to get you to have feelings inside yourself, which sometimes are uncomfortable. But it's what you're learning about yourself, which is hidden down there somewhere, thinking, oh God, this is coming up. I didn't expect this. And yes, I totally agree. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Now, there's loads of lively energy here in your current love life, and also what's going ahead here. Loads of lively energy. And it's interesting here because your cards here, this is like, I want fun. I'm going to enjoy myself. I want to feel like a young child. I want to bring up my inner child and just dance, be fun, be free, go and dance in the rain, go and dance in the snow. Ooh, bit nippy. Anyway, but yes, you can go and do this. And then you've got this other energy here says, yes, but I understand about the control part. You want to control, but the same point here is defensiveness. So it's always like it's got to be careful. It's not just one way. It's a two-way thing. So I think here,
exactly.
Yes.
So it's really learning to share and to bridge the differences between another, beginning with bridging the differences within inside you.
I agree. I totally agree. And the other thing I think is important on this is we've got 3 coins reversed. It doesn't mean to say it's not going to work. I think things can work. What we're looking at here, what you're looking at here sometimes, Lucy, is spontaneity. You're like, it's got to be, react straight away. It's fantastic. But sometimes things don't react straight away and things need to be worked upon. And this is why your 3 coins is saying here, take your time, my dear.
Yes.
Take your time.
Yes, because true relationships have to be organic. You have to deep root them very slowly. You just can't pop into bed with somebody and expect for that to flourish into a soulmate relationship. That's normally, it doesn't work that way.
Yes. I think a good part of this, someone who makes you a nice cup of tea in the morning. That's always a good sign. Yes. Anyway, right. Okay. So, yes. So, Lucy, thank you so much. And she says self-work is needed. That's quite a thing there. Now, Sarah comes up. Sarah K comes up. She's gone for the 14th, 1985. She says, pink, general reading, please. And I was looking at, where did I go with the numbers here? Oh, didn't do them, yeah. So I'll start doing in a second. Now just look at this here. You've got 2 8s in there. 2 8s, which is about power, self-power. You've also got the 8s here are also meaning here that the symbol of infinities. But sometimes life goes magic, and then it goes around the other way. It goes magic, goes around the other way. This is also about harnessing your power. And if you harness your power here, it needs to have, because your 4 has to have a fairness to yourself. Not saying to other people, but to yourself. Your 1s is individuality. You've got a 5 in there as well, which is related to, hey, I like to have freedom in my life. I like to have and go a bit wacky, which is absolutely fine. And you've also got a 9 in there as well, which shows wisdom. So there's always a bit of, you never go too extreme off the rails in that sense. Yes, so that's an interesting thing in their part. I'm also here looking at this, and another energy I see here is the 5 and the 8 and the 13 and the 22 and the 30 and so there's a 3, 5, 8 energy which is going on at the moment. The 8s are very strong. The 8 with you is very strong, so to harness that power, that self-power, and say this and not be scared of it. And because sometimes this power is back here somewhere, it's not out here, and sometimes it needs to also resonate out here. I think it's a big thing. You've also got here 14, 16. See, you even come into next year is also an 8 energy. Now, anything you desire or want, I would say in a sense, go for, providing it has purpose, meaning, reality and truth to you. That's one thing I would say here is it has to have meaning, has to have a purpose to it. And for you, it's important. I know you can say this to a lot of people, but for you, it resonates very strongly here because your 8 is about that. And also I would say here, it could be a very fortunate year if you're working with, and this is interesting here because a karmic year being an 8. I know a lot of karma here, but there's a lot of karma here being 8. And that is, if you're doing things with the right intention, you'll score brownie points, goals, and you'll get gold stars. If you're doing things here because you're doing it through ego, manipulation, anything like that, then no, you'll lose stars, you'll lose credibility, you'll lose power. And so always be mindful of that one. And I also feel here that, yes, you are coming into a time of beneficial power and how you can maintain a harmony and fairness and righteousness, and you'll be all right. Okay, let's go and pop down the road.
So, Sarah, Sarah's a Leo, and 2020 for Leo was all about learning to do things for others, not for recognition, but actually for doing something good for others, which is what you were talking about, the ego, right? Mm-hmm. So in 2021, it's about creating new network structures or new connections between people, so people can, I don't know, even initiatives like creating some sort of local exchange between farmers and people who consume those products, for example. Anything that has that takes into account these new, more sustainable values, more organic or more ecological, biological values, and put all your energy into that, because it's very easy for you to get frustrated, to explode, to not understand why others are different. But that's when you put your authority outside, because you're not owning your own initiative. So it's about, you think, like you were saying, the gold stars. But if you want to do something, do it. Don't wait for other people to say, yeah, it's a good idea, or yeah, let's do this. No, you do it. You create the movement. You create the structures. You create the initiative. And whoever hops on, and whoever doesn't. And it doesn't even really matter if you succeed in the beginning. That's not the point. The point is not to succeed. The point is to do it.
Yes.
Right? you don't do it, if you don't put that energy out there, that energy is going to consume you, and it's going to, and you're going to explode on top of people. So the main key issue here is your impatience, your short-temperedness, your ease to explode when you're expecting something from others. So like, don't go down that road. Use that energy to do what you feel you want to do now, and that's it. Don't
Now,
worry about what others are thinking.
I really, really get that. I really get that. It really comes through strong. Having that power to say, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm just, because it's for me, rather than actually seeking, should I do this? Should I do it? No, own your own power. That is so exciting, I think. For
And
you.
not even the power, but the initiative. You know, for example, a silly example. Imagine you're at home and you're taking care of your mother, and suddenly you feel like going down, to the street, to the ice cream shop at the end, at the corner, and you want an ice cream. So it doesn't matter. It's like freezing cold, but I want an ice cream. It doesn't matter. It's like, you want an ice cream? Go and get the ice cream. And you can say, does anybody want the ice cream? And maybe your mom says, no, or maybe she says, please stay because I want you to be here 2 more minutes and whatever. Says, no, just go for the ice cream. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks and what anybody else wants. Offer it. Whoever hops on, and they're going to get an ice cream. It doesn't matter if they say, but it's freezing cold. How are you going to eat it? Why are you going to eat an ice cream? It doesn't matter. Go and get the ice cream, because if you don't, you're going to feel, I want the ice cream. I want the ice cream. And you're going to start exploding on people. So don't do that.
And also, there's a big lesson in that as well, I think, a really big one, because we don't do that. Sometimes what we're doing here is we're losing our individuality, our power, our confidence, our assertiveness to lead our life, to make decisions and where we're going. Otherwise, we're always looking, our power goes out to other people, doesn't come back to ourselves.
Exactly. So if you, in general, if you are a person who explodes, this is not only Sarah's, in general, if you tend to explode or get really angry, it's because to begin with, you didn't do what you wanted to do. Think about that.
Interesting points. Lessons out there, guys. If you at all explode, it's because you weren't doing something that you intended to do initially.
Yeah, because it's an energy that wasn't put to use in a productive fashion for you.
Yes. Okay. Right. Okay, let's go for the left pile on this, and let's see what comes up for you, Sarah. And for general reading, just see what comes up in front of you. Now, this is really about what you were saying, what you've been saying here. Because on one side here is you're going to make a contract with yourself of purpose, positivity, and wonderfulness come up in front through next year. And you're going to engage with people. This is brilliant, because you're just going to go out there, be positive. Be careful not to then unwind it all. So it's a bit like you're saying there, someone who carefully winds up the wool, puts it into a lovely ball, and then something happens and it just falls apart. Because then you're thinking, what was that all about? Because initially you were focused exactly what you wanted to go and do, and don't let anybody put you off. That is one of the biggest lessons I think you'll learn. But overall here, I think what you're going to find out through next year, which will be a very warming year, really internally, is about the love within yourself and the love of relationships to come up in front for you next year. So it's going to be about you finding happiness. And listen, I really feel here, and I'm not trying to patronize or say anything here, what Guiomar said, and what we're saying about this individuality, really take on board. I really feel it here. Once we've got that self-power there, it's an amazing thing. And that I'm just going to do things because I want to do them. And that's it.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
Yes. This is it.
That is it.
Amazing, isn't it?
Just for the fun of it, just for the sake of it.
Just for the sake of it. I think it's a great thing there. Okay. Right. Giorha Basley. So, Kiora would love and appreciate any guidance. Okay. Kiora. Okay. We need a date of birth. We also need a colour, and we also need a question if we have the time there. As you notice there, yes, I don't know any details there, so we'll come back to that. In the meantime, though, we'll come to this part of the show here where we're going to just do. We've got another. I think we have. Yes, we've got another thank you just to put out to the shows there, and this is this one. So I'll just check that. Yes, it is. Right, here we go. Let's go do this. Oops. I'll just grab it. Here it goes.
Hi, I'm Helen Grady and I'm the spiritualist medium on the Cafe Clairvoyance show. I'd like to wish all the viewers a very Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year 2021. Merry Christmas!
Hi, I'm Sammy Hammy, the music producer for Cafe Clairvoyance, wishing everybody a magical Christmas time and a happy New Year.
Hello everyone, my name is Kelly Leaning. I'm a Reiki healer, an angelic healer and an Akashic record practitioner, and I would like to wish you all a very beautiful, relaxing and healthy Christmas and a great start to 2021. Bye-bye.
Hello to everybody who is watching Cafe Clairvoyant. This is the spiritual farmer in Spain wishing everybody a lovely, happy Christmas and a prosperous new year. Let's hope we can get rid of this darn bug. Anyway, keep eating healthy and stay strong. See you soon. Cheers. Bye.
Hi everybody. Wishing everyone a Merry Christmas from Hertfordshire in the UK. I'm Kelly Johnson from kellyjohnson.energy and I'm a spiritual-based dottalism artist. Wishing everybody luck, health, light and love for the new year and for now. Merry Christmas everybody.
Oh, was that nice? So thank you all you guys, you wonderful guys out there. Right, okay. And also, Guiomar, I'll just say a very warm thank you for all your time, your dedication, everything that we put into the Wednesday shows, because it's so enjoyable, and I love the comments that everybody comes back with, saying how much they get out of it. And even Sarah says, "Thank you so much, my lovelies. You're so welcome." Okay. Right, okay, now I've got a basket here, and inside the basket are loads of people who enter the competition. So I'm just going to wiggle my hands around the basket. When you say stop, if that's all right with you, could you just say stop, and then I'll pick out a slip, undo it, and that's going to be the person who's won a reading. Is that right? Okay, good. Yeah. So, okay, dun.
Stop.
Hang on, I'm just doing it now. Just grab my hand now. You tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, right. Who is this? Who is this? It is Delia. Delia has won a reading. Yes. Delia, there you are. Delia, so it's back to front there. But Delia, in Australia, you've won the reading. So well done to you. Well done to you. Yes, brilliant. There you go. So, Delia in Australia, you won the reading. Contact me whenever you're ready, and look forward there to give you the reading there. So, fantastic. And are you up to anything over the next few days? Up to anything nice?
Just probably going to Valencia on the 25th to see my nephews. And
okay.
Oh,
lovely.
Yes.
We'll have a lovely time. Yes, we've got friends coming over, and we're going to have a nice little time. And yes, just watch. I'll tell you what I love doing. Are there any films that you like watching over the festive period?
I don't watch TV. I don't watch films.
I'll tell you what I love doing. Every year we watch Love Actually, because it's just so funny, enjoyable, and
I've never seen Love Actually, but it's actually a film that I would like to see.
Yes, you should see it, because it's a feel good show, but it's got funniness and madness in it. But yes, there you go. Brilliant. Good. In the meantime, what can we say to wish you a super happy Christmas, and to all you guys out there. And the video that you just seen there, guys, recently, people saying thank you. What we're going to be doing later on today is uploading all the videos, everybody on one reel, because it goes on for about 3 or 4 minutes, but you can see everybody then. And also, yes, just say a big thank you to all, but you'll see it there. But we've done, but to all my guests that I've had on the show this before Christmas, fantastic. Guiomar, thank you so much. And have a wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful time. And you take care.
Thank you, Phil, and thank you, everybody, and Merry Christmas.
Okay. Merry Christmas. Take care, guys. See you very, very soon.
Bye.
Cheerio. Snowballs. Take care.